This is a tutorial on pay-per-click advertising, commonly called PPC for short. PPC is exactly as it sounds, is that you literally pay per click that someone makes on your ad to take them to your website or to give you a call or to take any other sort of action that you want. So we're not paying based on impressions, or if it was a billboard, not on the amount of people that are driving by the billboard, but the amount of people that actually read it and call it. And so since this is all in the digital world on pay-per-click, when the ad is shown in a digital world, how many people are actually clicking on the ad to come to the website. And so there are a few different types. There's demographic PPC, and so that's targeted to a specific demographic, such as age, gender, and interest. And there's also search PPC, and that's when someone uses a search engine, and whatever words they type in, we bid on those words, and our ad will appear there. So let's get into some examples. Demographic PPC is also commonly called social PPC, and it's because it's all the social networks. Facebook is really the big one. And with Facebook, we can get very hyper targeted. So we can say, okay, I want to target people that like to watch Netflix action movies and eat Chinese food, have the title of project engineer, live within a 1 mile radius of Charleston, South Carolina, and work for this employer, and also have a birthday coming up in the next month. And so we can get very, very, very specific, because on Facebook, people give them all their information. And it's actually at this point known, it's the young, the very, very young people these days aren't really on Facebook. It's actually best for the older demographic. So while it used to be considered a young tool, it's actually very much for the broad audience now. LinkedIn is going to be more for the ambitious networking type. And this we can target based on skills that they put on their resume or on their profile, as well as different groups they join. So if there's certain associations that we want to target everyone in the association, LinkedIn can be a great resource and a great way to do that. Pinterest is a visual type network, and it's 73% female. It can be used in great ways for really getting networks built and allowing other people to promote your own products. So you would do a boosted pin, somebody else shares it to their board, and then all their friends see it. And then Twitter is amazing, especially for television, among many other things. But if you know that your target demographic likes to watch a specific television show, you target people that like to watch a television show and have a Twitter account and use that Twitter account, and then they would see our ad in the feed. And what's great about all of these social mediums is that the ad is what's called native. So you'll see, oh, Carol got a new dog. Johnny went to Hawaii, and look, your company right here in the feed has an ad. So it's just very natural how someone uses their information. The next type is search. And so Google is obviously the biggest for search engines. And so when we bid on specific keywords, then if somebody types in that keyword, Google will take into account our bid as well as the quality score and different competitors. And if it's right, then our ad will show up at the top. So if we're selling rollerblades and somebody types in rollerblades and we bid on the word rollerblades, our ad will appear at the top of that page. And so then if the person just scrolls past it, we don't pay anything. So if the person clicks on our ad, then it takes them to their website, and we'll pay a little bit for that. And the exact same thing works for Bing, and Bing is actually great for the older demographic, as it's the default for new PCs. Now, all of these actually work together with a third type of PPC called remarketing. And anytime somebody goes to your website, they will get added to a remarketing list. And then when they go to other websites all across the internet, if they're partners with Google or Bing or Facebook, then your ad will actually show up on different websites. If you go to ESPN.com, then you could see an ad for your company right there on the side. And then it's a great way to stay in front of people. And once again, if they just see it, you don't pay, but when they click on it and come back to the website, that's when you pay. So let's look at some real examples. This is what the dashboard inside of AdWords would look like. So there's a lot of different types of campaigns, but in general, we've got a clicks campaign, a remarketing campaign, and a dynamic campaign. So when we look at a clicks campaign, there are going to be different ad groups underneath that. And so an ad group is then kind of a set, a category of different keywords that you want to approach. So here we've got home comparison, HVOF, and general services. And then within that ad group is where you will have all the different words that we want to target. And so now if somebody were to type in the word hydraulic repair for this company, we're going to have our ad show up. And then if they click on it, then we'd pay. So in this sense, we've got a 2.38% click-through rate, which is a very good click-through rate, only paying 50 cents. And then this is an example of the ad that they would see. Then the other types of campaign is remarketing. Remarketing depends on different visitors that go to the different web pages based on if they go to the entire website, they would see one ad. If they go specifically to the HVOF product page, then when they go to ESPN or different websites, they'll see that HVOF specific ad. And these can be very visual. So here's an example of the visual ad that they would see. Get responsive design around different forms. And then there's also dynamic ads as well, which is then pulls the content from your website and puts them specifically on a page. So that's all within the search type. And then for Facebook, we can look specifically at target demographic. And so for maybe if we want to target people that are interested in dredging, that are 24 years or older, that are in these specific states, and have these specific employers, and we're able to target those people and then show them our exact ad. So those are some real world examples of how it works. And that right there is a tutorial in pay-per-click advertising. It is really an amazing form of advertising as we've evolved through the years from print, radio, and television, digital, and then this is just such an incredible way to hyper-target the people that we want and not worry about the people that we don't.